Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our Nuclear Revenge. In today's episode, I got rid of my father. You want me to thank you for being my mother? If you insist. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. I got rid of my father. Hear me out first. I don't know if this belongs here, but I need to come clean about it to someone or somewhere. My father was a real a-hole most of my life, abusing me and my mom and sis anytime things didn't go his way or because he just had a bad day at work, eating most of the food my mom made and leaving us with just enough to not starve, cheating on my mom with multiple women along the years and plus the bank loans to go on vacations with said women. She couldn't divorce him for almost 15 years because she didn't have any money saved up because she had to pay the bills, groceries, things for me and my sister, etc., all because 80% of his salary was going to the banks to pay the loans and for his cigarettes. He was a smoker, so not much was left for the rest. The breaking point for me was when my mom found out again he was cheating on her. She called me to come over to the house in case of something and to be prepared for anything. So I did just that, went there and just sit on the couch and waited. She finally got the courage to tell him she wants a divorce and he started to hit her until I intervened. Believe me when I say this, he is a big guy, 196 centimeters and 144 kilograms, and I'm just 188 centimeters and 80 kilograms. I don't know how I did it, but I picked him up by the waist and threw him over the stairs and just broke the entrance door. Started to hit him back and told him that if he tries something I'm calling the police and his job to tell him how he stole money from workers. He was a syndicate leader. I told my mom to pack up and take anything she wants and needs and that she's moving in with me. Fast forward 4.5 years later and almost 1 to 2 months ago, a guy approached me and asked if I'm OP and I said yes. He hit me and took a knife out and told me that if I don't have the money my dad took on his loan I'll lose more than a tooth or two and that I have about 2 weeks to pay up. Got home and started to call some people in town that knew my father to find out what happened. 1.5 hours later, I find out he got some money from some loan sharks and he moved somewhere else and they couldn't find him to take the money he owed, so they found me instead and they knew I was his son. So I started calling all the people I know and lied to them that my father is missing and if they see him anywhere to contact me. About a week in, someone spotted my father on the street near the edge of town with some bags and saw him going into a house with a woman, told him TY and told him to give me a location on my phone and I'll just be there in 20 minutes. I got there and I waited, and waited. After 4 hours I see him come outside and took some pics and house number and left. 4 days pass by and the loan shark comes to my house and I told him that I was waiting for him because I have something to tell him. I told him I don't have the money but I do have something better for him, my father's location, and I showed him the pics of my father as proof I wasn't lying and will tell him where he can find him only if I have his word no one else will come at my house or even think of going to my mom's house. He agreed and I told him the address and told me that he was never here and to shut up if police asks anything. Last Saturday police came and asked me if I knew about my father's whereabouts and if I spoke to him in the past weeks. I told them no and that I haven't spoken with him in almost 5 years and asked him why. He just told me that he was reported missing by his GF, who I never met, and no one could find him. He hasn't came home since Monday night and he hasn't been at work either. I told them that I don't know anything and if they find him to tell him I said, "Foo," and that's it. So they left and they still haven't found him. It just goes to show you how karma is a bitch. You want me to thank you for being my mother? If you insist. This is out of season and it's not as amazing as some of the other posts I've seen here, but I hope all y'all enjoy it regardless. Some years back, I was spending time with my mother. It was several days after Mother's Day, which I do not observe. For context, my mother has a history of being emotionally abusive. I no longer spend time with her, and has a tendency towards passive aggression. Anyway, she started telling me about how my older brother had sent her flowers for Hallmark Day number 1, and then proceeded to lament the fact that I hadn't even gotten her a card. I told her there was no point in me spending $5 on a piece of paper that would just get thrown away by the end of the week, especially considering I didn't have a job. She then stated that I could at least thank her for being my mother. Almost immediately, I looked her dead in the eyes and said flatly, "Mom, thank you for ing Dad, carrying me against your spine for 9 months, then shoving me headfirst through your genitals." She hasn't said anything about Mollification Day to me ever since. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.